right, so this is part 2. This is a continuation on what we were doing earlier with the old maid deck here. So we're just going to continue. So earlier we pulled on 9 entities from the old maid deck, and we wanted to know if the old maid was going to come through with some messages here. Okay, so we pulled on the 9 entities and we revealed some portals during that read. Make sure you try to catch that read when it premieres. You'll see this old maid symbol that'll be on the front there. Okay, so now we're working on the police officer, the policeman, and the chef here. And where we left off was the policeman was revealing something about a death trap here. The policeman could be part of a death trap, could be setting someone up in a death trap, it could be warning you about a death trap here. And then we also had the chef that came out here, and then a pile of cards that just flew out on that chef's portal there. So we're going to read those pile of portals that came out for the chef, and then we're going to tap into Saturn and the distant family that is holding secrets in the U.S. So thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you to all that are willing to come through and hear these messages, receive these downloads. I thank you for allowing me to be the avatar, the bridge, to be the connection that I have with you and beyond. I thank you to all the energies that's coming through with their truths. And you know that we don't accept any lies here. So before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and start putting away the ones that we already did here. Because they've already did their justice and they've already revealed their truths. So we're going to stick to the policeman and the chef, Divine Spirit, and energy. So right now we're going to put away the rest and then work on policeman and chef. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Ashe. All right, so yeah, let me put these away while y'all climbing on in here. So shout out to the architect. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put away the other ones that we've already worked on here. Shout out to the old maid that came out already. We need a little bit more space here. A professor came out and gave out some good gems here. A professor. Thank you to the nurse and the information that we received from the nurse. The firefighter came out with information. Thank you to the firefighter. And we closed all the portals to those there. So I'm just setting it up so that way. Thank you to the mailman, the mail person that came out with the info. Yep. And we used the old maid cards. I like to play their games, but I like to play it my way. And then a veterinarian came out earlier. So thank you to the veterinarian. So now we're working with the policeman and we're working with the chef here, okay? Let me go ahead and put these portals to the side. All right, so recap. Remember the policeman. The policeman came out with some information, and I'm just going to go back over what the policeman gave out, okay? So the first one that came out was there are matching prints across the states of Georgia, Tennessee, Indiana, DC, and Virginia. So the police officer could be involved here, or the police officer is warning you or warning those involved that there are matching prints across states: Georgia, Tennessee, Indiana, DC, and Virginia. So now we're looking at a stalker is in that energy here, a criminal. It's a violation of energetic boundaries driven by a desperate, sadistic need for power, control, and symbolic ownership over another's being, okay? Demonic pursuit, very misguided love here with this stalker. They manifest as acidic drain or obsessive spiritual attachment, where the stalker seeks to become the target's reality. So it's time for them to practice the law of detachment here, and that is a principle, a spiritual principle, stating that to manifest desires, one must release attachment to the outcomes and trust the universe's process. Allow the inner peace here, because you are divine love. Whoever you are of divine love, okay? And now they're fatigued due to the black magic. All right. And now Divine and Spirit talking about it's like a whole TV drama out here that rewrote history. You know, you got the energies laughing at them in this energy. And now it's a death trap. The policeman is sending out a death trap or saying there's a death trap here. Captivity, delivered into another's control, addictions, toxic folks, fear, energy blockages, stalling, evolution, ego trap, focused on the false illusions, snares and stares of enemies, Soul trap therapy. Earth is a present planet here, okay? Loss of purpose and peace, loss of mobility, self-sabotage. All right? It is no longer a planet that is imprisonated. That is the issue. So the policeman, we're going to get out some more messages from Buzzed and also from Poetry for Neanderthal. So we'll start with Poetry for Neanderthal. Thank you so much, Divine and Spirit. Shout out to Poetry for Neanderthal here. Again, I use their games, but not the way they like to play them. I say. So let's see what else is going to come out revolved around this policeman. Then we'll move on to the chef here. So I'm looking at a piano, dueling pianos at that. So it's a competition here. A competition is here. So a piano is coming out, dueling piano, playing different keys here, competing against different keys here. Wood, and we got wooden teeth here. That could be relevant. Something about a hat and a hat top, or a top hat. Bubble bath, which I'm going to take tonight, and bubbles could be relevant here, okay? You got, I need one of these. Something about a massage and a massage table. Vegetable and vegetable garden. The foot doctor or a doctor. And something about a snowball fight or snow. We're going to go ahead and put the rest on up here. So now we're going to move on to Buzzed and see what kind of codes or messages we can get from Buzzed here. Ashe. Hopefully, if y'all got the sun out where you at and you're able to go outside, go on out there and get that sunlight. Get you some sun, get you some fresh air, open your windows, go stick your feet in the grass and the dirt. You know what I mean? I went out and laid on my deck earlier for a little while and just laid there. All right, so I got a few messages coming out for this from this policeman. It's saying, drink if you're wearing perfume or cologne and you still smell like that. So somebody stink. Okay, somebody's thinking they trying to cover it up with cologne. Their energy stinks so bad that they're trying to cover it up with cologne or perfume here. Drink if you've ever eaten an insect. Damn, you were bad. So somebody may have eaten an insect here, okay? Drink if you still post boomerangs. Whoever drank, confiscate their phone immediately. So you got somebody that's been fucking around with social media since like the boomerang era there, okay? Social media engineer, something like that there. Left track. All right, now we're going to move on to the chef. So remember, when I did the read the other time, this whole pile fell on the chef. So we're going to go ahead and just read this whole pile for the chef here. And the chef is either saying that they cook for these people or they're involved. But they're saying that there's a total of 100 plus members of witches and warlocks in the U.S. government. And you know how they like their chefs, and you know how they off with their heads with their chefs there, okay? Because they know too much valuable information, something for profit here, okay? The witches and warlocks, the U.S. government here is profit. It's gain, it's for increase, it's freebie. They want a freebie. They're not open to the changes here, right? Business aspirations and professional goals have been taken negatively advantage of. And it's also saying looking at things with a different perspective now. So in order to profit, but they're looking at things with a different perspective because they're being pushed there. Something about a lithosphere is coming out here, okay? So the lithosphere is representing solid, rocky outer shell of Earth here. Talking about resource and nature like a globe, a stone sphere. Remember I said the plane is breaking free from their nets, okay? That's why they call them planets, right? A stone sphere, material existences, structure and strength related to grounding, stability, physical existence, foundation, connection to the material world, foundation and stability, okay? So you got the lithosphere, that fell on Death Trap. It just flew on Death Trap there. So now we're shattering all illusions here. Right? We're breaking false beliefs, self-discovery, and we're unveiling the truth. The chef is saying, you represent profound change, moving beyond fixed forms and beliefs here. The chef is also saying they gave you up for adoption. For some of you, they gave you up for adoption. That's not your parents, okay? A shaman tried to shapeshift with a spiritual animal to gain its traits. The chef has witnessed all of this, okay? All illusions and creations of illusions. All illusions and creators of illusions banished here, okay? banished. Okay, a deliberate internal withdrawal to nurture the psyche here is what they were doing. They were trying to deliberately making you withdraw from your internal psyche here, from your intuition here, so that they wanted you to be unable to nurture yourself psychically here. Your real and loyal ancestor will never lead you wrong. Just listen. So you have some fake ancestors out here who are claiming to be some of your ancestors here, cooking up that dark magic, and they are not here. Okay, they're not allowed. And this is tarot here. Tarot's involved here. A chef is saying that it could be a tarot reader. They're receiving tarot divination. These witches and warlocks have weaponized tarot here, okay? So tarot is a symbolic divine tool for self-exploration. It fosters personal growth. You can access the unconscious mind. The archetypes reveal hidden patterns and truths here, okay? The imagery serves as a mirror on some of the tarot cards there, and it facilitates dialogue, okay? It maps the journey towards wholeness, and it has been weaponized by many institutions. Pay attention to the synchronicities. So these motherfuckers out here got fake ass tarot readers that ain't even got no more power. They don't have no more energy or power giving them fake ass reads. And they believe in it because that's what they have to believe, their own illusions. All right, so now let's tap into the poetry for Neanderthal for the chef here. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. Shay, you know the message still gonna come out, and this will be our fourth message, I think, for today. I think it is the fourth here. One. Okay, so this will be our fourth prayer, fourth message. Whatever prayer you do, say it in increments of 3, 6, or 9. Okay, whatever prayer you do. We're looking at syrup. Maple syrup and something about cake and a carrot cake. Talking about the chef whipping up turtle soup. Look at the chef. Turtle Island. Something about a turtle and turtle soup. Roll, right? A roll. They listened to rock and roll while they was eating the rolls here. Turtle soup on Turtle Island there. Something about training wheels. You done took your training wheels off. Now you conduct the train, right? Something about the blanket and a wet blanket. Something about movie popcorn and mind reader, okay? My nose itching. And you are absolutely a mind reader here, okay? That's what we do. Oh, I'm looking at love in the love letter. And the chef saying you ain't leave no crumb. Not even a cookie crumb. I know that's right. Thank you, chef. All right, divine spirit, let's get something from Buzz for the chef here. Ashe. Let's see what's going on with Buzz. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. What's that? Go around singing commercial jingles. First the fuck up, drinks. So somebody might like to sing commercial jingles here, okay? It's a chef that's giving out this information. Pay attention to the commercial jingles. Pay attention to the commercials in general. They're always trying to do human trafficking, even within their commercials. They're trying to warn you. So something about a jingle is very relevant here, okay? Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. Give me a little bit more on Buzz for the chef. What we got here? If you're bald, drink while the other players each take turns rubbing your head. This chef might be bald-headed, okay? Or yeah, if you're bald, drink, or somebody within this whole composition is bald-headed. And they like people rubbing their goddamn head. We ain't talking about that head, y'all. We talking about their bald head. I don't know. Could be talking about that head, too. I don't know. Got love and love letter out here. All right, so now, that's what we got for the policeman and the chef. So we're going to put them on up. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. Where we at? 1425. Now we're going to move on to the family, the distant family that's hiding secrets within the U.S. here. This came out earlier in the read. So let's see what's going on with this. Thank you, chef. Thank you, policeman. Thank y'all for y'all information here. Thank y'all. All right, so we got the distant family in U.S. that's hiding secrets. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. Ashe. Let's move on to the oracle deck for this distant family here. What's going on? What's this coming out here? And this one. It says proper conduct is a reflection of deep reverence towards the divine. So the Inca pantheon is coming out. It's filled with gods and goddesses experiencing spectrum of emotions, not stoic or distant figures, simply entities capable of feeling, driven by emotions such as anger, jealousy, or sadness. This portrayal humanized the deities here. So you got these jive jokers coming out here. The Inca pantheon is coming out here. Distant family that's hiding secrets in the U.S. You got the Inca coming out here. What are them? And them $5 Indians or some shit. Ooh, though. Inca. I gotta look that up. Inca. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you took away from the power of something here. Of emotions. Oh, shit. So we got Hollywood, got Holly Weird. So they've been going to this Inca, these deities and these gods and goddesses here. The distant family that's hiding secrets in the U.S. is probably part of Holly Weird here, okay? Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Give us some more info on this. What's that? Something about Southern bootleggers. The distant family in the U.S. that's hiding secrets could be part of Southern bootleggers here from that era. You also got Inca Pantheon here. You got Hollywood, got Holly Weird. Background checks are lies. Yeah, somebody lying. Somebody's family is not their family. The background checks are lies. The color purple is coming out here. Till you do right by me, ass. The color purple coming out. Spirituality, intuition, and creativity. It represents your sixth chakra here. Higher consciousness, enlightenment. You got divine communion is coming. Yeah, fuck that distant family that's hiding secrets. You getting ready to be commune with divine and spirit. Something about for eternity, Xfinity here, but Xfinity could be involved because this is falling under the background checks are lies here. And it's connected to Hollywood, got Holly Weird here. So internet, right? They created poverty on purpose because of your spirituality and your intuition. And this also fell on background checks, are lies in Xfinity. They created poverty on purpose due to your spirituality and your intuition and your creativity here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. Let's see what else gonna come out here. This distant family that's in the U.S. hiding secrets here. What's that? They're luring men to their doom. You got some Jezebels within that family here that are luring men to their doom. And so are my marine spirits. The marine spirits. These names could be involved. Mobley, Davis, Martinez, Rudy, Gerald, Rotunda. Distant family in the U.S. that's hiding secrets here. Or secrets are being hidden from them or something like that here. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. What else we got for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We want at least 13 messages for this distant family. That's 10. We need 3 more, Divine and Spirit. What's going on here? We got a little bit coming out here. What's that? Give me the top 3. Yeah, Signet is coming. Signet, Sigint here. Signals intelligence here. Acting field of intelligence gathering by interception of signals, whether through communication of people or from electronic signals here. That's falling under they created poverty on purpose here. Right connected to Xfinity and Hollywood, got Holly Weird. In fact, let me just flip the camera so y'all can see it from y'all point of view. There you go. My shit. And y'all know I'm going to read them comments at the end. Yes, I am. So here's where we're at so far. Remember, I pulled on this earlier, and we just want to back up on it and figure out what's going on here, okay? So it's revolved around a distant family that is indeed hiding secrets in the U.S. This is column 1 here, right? So the in the U.S. that's hiding secrets. For some of you, they're involved in Hollywood here, but you are under divine communion, okay? They are luring men to their doom, okay? For some of you, the Inca pantheon is involved here, okay? And they are driven by emotions such as anger, jealousy, or sadness, okay? They have portrayed and humanized these deities here. The background checks are lies. Xfinity could be involved, and these names, Rudy, Gerald, Rotunda, Mobley, Davis, Martinez could be involved here, okay? We're looking at column 3 for right now, and we still got 2 more that we have to pull out, 2 more portals, but I'm just trying to get you updated as to what we have here. So I'm looking at Southern bootleggers. I'm looking at purple. They created the poverty on purpose, and then signals intelligence is definitely involved, connected to an Xfinity that's connected to this Hollywood, got Hollywood here, okay? And they're luring men to their death and using the internet in order to fuck with your crown chakra, your sixth chakra there, okay? You got these southern bootleggers that their background checks were lies here. Divine community is at play. It's several ways that you can look at this. This distant family in the U.S. that's hiding the secrets, the background checks, they are lies. They created the poverty on purpose. You see how shit can connect? Right? You see how things can connect? Give me a second. Alright, so now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We need 2 more, and the equator is coming out here. The equator is coming out, and it's going to fall under luring the men to their doom here. Okay, that's the balance. And this is coming out. They control traffic lights, email accounts, FBI database has been compromised here. So this is also falling under the background checks or lies, Xfinity, Rudy, Gerald, Rotunda, Mobley, Davis, Martinez. Okay, they working with the goddamn FBI, or they know about this shit. They hacking email accounts, right? Fucking with the traffic lights. Shit, lately the traffic lights been on point for me. Everything been a green light, I go. Okay, so that's what we got for the distant family that's hiding secrets in the U.S. here. Let's get some messages from Poetry for Neanderthal. Ashe. I'm also looking at ancient civilizations created slavery here. They could be, and then you got the Inca pantheon that's coming out here too. I'm looking at earthquakes. Earthquakes is here. Okay, earthquakes. Okay, and this is saying that change is needed. Restoration, higher power, terraform now. Divine messages reflect, right? Reflect on life. It's the connection to earth. Judgment and reflection is here. Displeasure from deities is here. Harmonize with the rhythms of earth. This is a spiritual awakening here. Oh, they in some shit. They in some shit here. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Give me some messages to decode here. And then later on this evening, what we'll do is we're going to do a whole astrology, not zodiac. Whatever 13 portals come out with astrology, it'll come out here. But remember, Saturn brought their ass out 2 or 3 times earlier today. So Saturn will definitely be pulled into this astrology reading later. Here, okay? But thank you, Divine, thank you, Spirit. Give me something for Poetry for Neanderthal here. Ashe. And thank you for allowing me to have this new strength that I have, that I don't give a damn if they say nobody's watching or not. I know they all are. I know they all are. Okay, so thank you, Divine Spirit, for just allowing this connection that we have to be pure and genuine and authentic. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Divine. Let's get into it, y'all. I'm looking at a shoe and a shoelace here. Something about town square, a square, and a man cave here. Okay. Sausage, breakfast sausage. Okay. Penny, lucky penny. Oven, toaster oven, leather jacket. This right here, it flew on this shoelace and shoe and coffee and instant coffee. It flew on SIGINT here, signals intelligence here. Maybe somebody really like coffee and particularly instant coffee. And something about a shoelace or a shoe. Maybe they don't have shoelaces in their shoes, or maybe one of their shoes is always untied. Okay. Any of the motherboards pop on out here? Nope. Let's see what we got here. Okay, that's falling on, they're luring their men to their dooms. And then the last three flew on divine communion. So right here, I'm looking at snake or rattlesnake. Is this motherfucker landing? Yes, it is. I'm looking at a snake or a rattlesnake, and somebody is a morning person. Now they're mourning. And taco salad flew on signals intelligence. And something about a cone or a waffle cone here. This motherfucker that's in signal intelligence, they like to eat or some shit. Right? Sweets, maybe. I don't know. They like to eat, though. They got a particular taste is what I'm getting from this. Morning person. All three of these flew on divine communion. So I'm looking at muscle or muscle head, okay? Yeah, somebody like to lift weights here. They better be cautious of this divine communion you have. They in some hot sauce. It's hot right now. They hot. They getting stung by all the bees. A bee sting is here. There's a bee in their energy here. Stonehenge and stone. Okay, menu. What's on the menu? The breakfast menu. And now they're having to deal with a pop quiz. It's a quiz for them. This here, these two fell on luring their men to their doom here. And I'm looking at pancake and blueberry pancake. It might be some type of food rituals involved here. And something about a boxing glove or a glove. Now these motherfuckers want to fight. Something about handle and the handlebars. So the ones that's luring men to their deaths here, they may have a handler here. Okay? And something about a bus or a bus stop. Let's get Buzz to see what Buzz got to say about this distant family in the U.S. that's hiding secrets. And then I'm going to take a little break. We'll come on a little later maybe, or maybe not. But just know the next read that we'll do will be like astrology read. Not for each zodiac sign, but just in general. What's in astrology, what messages we can get from astrology. And then, yeah, because I want to go outside and ground my feet and get some more of this sun and this air here. And just breathe and just release this shit that we've already done, because this is a lot that we did today. Four transmissions, and I think that's a record for me. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this distant family that's hiding secrets. Who getting buzzed and telling all the secrets? Ashe, thank you divine, thank you spirit. Let me move poetry for Neanderthal here so I can see where these cards gonna fly out at. I love that I'm learning tarot the way I look. The connection I have with divine and spirit ain't nothing new to that, right? But it's growing. I love the ascension that I have with it, right? The growth with it. But man, oh man, when you do these tarot cards here and you watch how these cards fly onto a certain message, oh my gosh. That just be the most phenomenal fucking feeling, the way spirit wants the message to go where it wants to go. Man, oh man, I love that. So thank you divine, thank you spirit. Who getting buzzed and where's these messages going to go? Ashe. All right, let's see. I got to get the rest of the cards. Okay, this one fell on Rudy, Gerald, Rotunda, Mobley, Davis, Martinez. If cilantro tastes like soap to you, drink and then stop lying. That's not real. So somebody's a liar. And they, in particularly, they like to lie about certain shit to make it seem like you see how I say, if cilantro tastes like soap to you, so something that is natural, they're going to try to say it tastes dirty. Somebody that's very natural and authentic here, they don't like that shit here, and they're lying on them, okay? They're lying with illusions here. This just fell on Rudy, Gerald, Rotunda, fucking Mobley, Davis, and Martinez here. You're lying, right? That person is natural. Now, there is a such thing as culantro and cilantro, okay? I'm learning that too, shit. Give me a little bit more messages on this. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. And I can definitely feel the energies weighing down on me. So this is going to be the last message maybe for the day. Now I'm going outside, and I did my front yard. I got to do my backyard. Drink if you voted in the last election. Drink again if you just lied. I ain't vote shit. So somebody out there voting. It is what it is. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? What you say? And they voting Democrat at that. I don't vote. I don't fuck with either party. I learn about them all the best that I can here. But whoever this is, they a Democrat. Democrat. They ain't a reptilian. They a Democrat. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, what's this? This fell on luring the men to their doom here. Drink if you need a hug right now. Please, for the love of God, somebody hug them. So somebody is fucking crying. They are done. They getting that ass whooped here. And they so annoying that people like, somebody just please go hug that motherfucker right now. But no, don't give them your energy. Absolutely not. Do not. We all have to sit in our own shit when we go through the dark night of the soul. All right, so let's read through these comments, and then I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. Who this? The vet tried to come back out with a message. We done with y'all asses here. Let's go ahead and read over the comments. Let's go ahead and get another prayer on out here before we do our prayer. So this is coming from 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. God is faithful. You will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. So you are God, okay? Y'all know I'm a chop and screw the goddamn words and decode it, okay? So it's basically saying that you are faithful. You are of faith. You will not let yourself be tempted beyond what you can bear, okay? Divine Spirit ain't gonna let you be tempted. But some of these other energies and spirits, they gonna tempt the fuck out you. That's their job. That's their job, okay? And this just fell on signals intelligence, and they created poverty on purpose here. All right, now let us pray, right? Bring that ass here. Bring that ass here. Let's read these comments and then let us pray while y'all just look over what we already have here, okay? And again, this is a part 2, so this wasn't even the full read. Oops. Just knocked over. All right, so let's go ahead. Y'all look over what I got. Let me read over the comments here. I got Rama, Adarama, say thanks, dear. Almighty helping. Ashe. We got Christina Gobin with the following: human trafficking, gang stalking, thieves. So now we're going to go ahead and pray. And here we go. We rebuke all spells, all rituals, and all castings that are not of the highest frequencies of source love consciousness that may have been projected our way on all timelines, on all planes, and on all dimensions. Consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. Anything and everything that we are connected to, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and ethereally, they are all protected. All is transmuted into whatever the fuck was sent to us. And then it is sent back to its source because we are already sovereign and because we are already free. Any agreements and contracts that we may have agreed to while we were being on lower paradigms of existence of consciousness, they are already cut. They are already ended on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. I am sovereign. You are sovereign. Collective together, we are sovereign. Remember that it is done because we've already won. It is done because we've already won. Collective. It is done because we've already won. And so it is. Ashe. All right, y'all. So don't forget to say your prayer. in increments of 3, 6, or 9 in order to make your manifestation, your dream, or your vision come alive. Every night at 9 p.m. Eastern, there will be a video that pops up here on my channel. This video won't appear on the channel until about 10 days from now. Okay, so if you're looking out for this video, it's not going to premiere until 10 days from now. But go ahead and make sure y'all check out them other videos, because all the messages, they're timeless. And if it's meant for you, it's definitely meant for you. And if not, let it fly. All right, y'all. Love y'all always and forever. Each moment with you.